All right. Hello and good evening, everyone. Once again, it's Friday. Okay, it's Friday. It's Friday. Now, so this is Portfolio Building with Terence for Friday sessions live, brought to you over Facebook and also streaming on YouTube, actually. So if all of you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, all right, you can actually watch the replays of these editions over on my YouTube channel as well, okay? All right, now, so I will put up the link next week, right? Let me do that next week for all of you, right? So you can click on the subscribe button if you have not done so. Hi, Dunkel, right? So if you're already with us right now, help me drop a note, drop a comment, say hello, right? So I know who's joining me in this session. Now, so if you were with me earlier in the Market Wise Asia live session, thank you very much for joining me once again. Double session today. Oh my goodness. Sweat. Hi, Jason. All right, now, so if you are first time on a session, no Facebook user yet, but click on the streamyard.com/Facebook inside the Facebook post and then approve for Facebook use. So we'll be able to see your profile and know who's leaving comments in the session, okay? Hi, Wicha. Hi, Chiwi. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, now, so for those of you who are joining us over here, we have 4 positions that are still open currently, which is JD.com, VZ, TUP, and Manchester United. Okay, we have 4 positions. I will be adding a new trade today, everyone. All right, so I've sussed something out. I would like to add it to the portfolio, so I will take a look at it with all of you, and we will reevaluate and see the premiums that is available, okay? Hello, Florence. Right, so let's get things kick-started. Thank you very much for joining us once again. And as usual, every session, StreamYard chat. Yes, KS, I see you. There you go. I see you. All right, now, so thank you very much for joining us. If you can click on the like and the share buttons so that we can reach out to more people and provide informations, all right, it will be very thankful from me for your efforts and your help. Okay, now, thank you very much. So help me click on the like and the share buttons, right, when I run this session. So let me get all the nitty-gritty details. So disclaimer before I get things moving, right, I will be discussing live trades that I will take for my portfolio that I'm building with all of you, right? And many of you will find that the portfolio or trades I'm doing over here is actually very different from those of you who are in our mentorship and our trading programs, right? So over here, I am targeting the public investors, which means people who are stepping their foot or wondering and discovering about the world of option selling. So I am only covering one of the safest strategies in the markets and available in the stock market itself, and that is selling portfolio puts. So if you're unfamiliar to what is portfolio puts, it is just selling put options on fundamentally sound stocks, right? Trying to buy them cheaper, right? While getting paid to wait for that to happen. All right, now, so I will allocate all the requirements, right, to buy the shares in case anything happens. So doing it this way means I will never run out of cash. Right? The worst case scenario is becoming an owner of the stock itself. And plus, being a fundamental stock, it is always worth owning as long as the price is right. Yeah? All right. So that's in a nutshell over here. All right. Hi, Nate. Hi, Pamsit. Okay, now, so let's get things kick-started. Where is the market right now? What are we looking at? What do we expect? Let's go. Right, so the market has been on a tear, okay, but over the last few sessions, we see that, how do we say this? We see their sideways movement over here, right? Let me see if I can bring it to the SPY. Oh, no. Oh, it's good enough, right? SPX is good enough. Now, so we have that thread happening right now once again, all right? What is the thread, all right? That subtle, very, very quiet signal from the RSI where we have, you know, the multiple divergences that's happening right now. So as market edge higher, all right, we see this divergence that's constantly happening on the S&P, right? So with this downswing, if we get a good sell-off, right, it may kick in the selling into gear over here, right? So that's one thing we see on the short-term daily charts, right? Let's go to the weekly charts and also have a look. All right, so we have the first sign of probably a down week over here. And that could set up the potential divergence as well, all right, because the RSI over here is 73, all right, while the recent high is 71, all right? So yes, we do have a divergence happening on the RSI on the weekly chart as well. Now, how about the shorter term? Let's look at a 4-hourly. Right, so the 4-hourly, we have similar stories. As you can see, the divergence is happening as well. So now is where you should be preparing, right, for potential market correction over here, right? Potential market correction. Now, so Facebook user, right, we have our first one today. Right, we have our first one today. So if you can help us click on the link that you see in the Facebook post, right, it will allow us to see your profile, okay? StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then approve the blue button after that. Okay, now, so knowing and bearing this in mind, we have a potential sell-off that could go all the way back to 4,200, right? There's nothing stopping it all the way back down to 4,200, right? I did mention last week, right, that with this, we should see that the RSI cycle all the way back to 40 or maybe 30, right? Because it is an oscillator, right? So when it cracks down, it tends to want to slide to the bottom before it starts the next round where it goes up. All right, so we have this up round over here, all right, and now it's starting to trend down. You see the multiple divergences, right? So it may not stop until it oscillates all the way to the oversold level. So that's potentially a sign that can happen to the market, okay? Right now, so with that, we need to start trading only stocks that are severely undervalued, stocks that have been severely punished but fundamentally sound, okay, and, you know, pricing our opportunities on that, yeah? Now, in the long term, I still see recovery in the markets. Right, markets are strong, fundamentals wise, everything checks out, right? But shorter term, market is unhealthy, right? So market needs to shake people off, right, to get to a more healthy state before it can resume the next move, right? Now, so with that, let's go. Let's take a look at our portfolio actions and managements, right, before we go to the new trades for today. Right, so we have VZ, TUP, and Manchester United. So for VZ, we have 17 September, 57.50 puts, which we sold for 243. Let's see what it's worth today. Right, so this VZ, right, we have it for September. Amazing how the platform loves to play punk when I'm running these live sessions on Friday. All right, yes, we have the 57.50, and can all of you see, all right, we're actually profitable on the trade. All right, it is worth like 173 right now, okay, and we sold it for 243. So we actually have a profit on this stock. All right, where does VZ look right now? So on the 4-hourly, this is actually pretty good. All right, we have a breakout. All right, we have a breakout on the channel that it was trading. All right, let's look at the daily. All right, we do have a breakout as well. All right, so this is a good sign. I won't be closing this trade right now. Okay, let's look at TUP, Tupperware. All right, we have the August, 20th of August. 20th of August, 20 puts. We sold it for 109. All right, we're down a little today, but we're not in the money. So the options is still scheduled to expire worthless. So we'll keep that position for now. Okay, we'll keep that position for now. So what about Manchester United? We have the 17th September expiry. All right, we have the 15 puts. We sold it for 50 cents. We are about break even right now. Okay, you can look. All right, Manchester has hardly done anything. All right, it's continuing a sideways move over here. All right, so very stagnant. All right, very, very stagnant over here. All right, so we'll just allow the option time premium to slowly decay itself. So nothing of concern that we have over here. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about a new position that we want to add on. Okay, everyone. Now, so today I want to add on a new position. All right, and that position happens to be on the stock. Right, I'm going to add a position today on a stock that I have not traded for quite a while now, all right, and that's Walgreen Boots Alliance. All right, why? Because, all right, earnings turned out pretty good, actually. Market was expecting or estimating 111, but it reported 151. All right? So despite better earnings, can you see how punished it was? It fell from 52 all the way down to 46, right? So that's a pretty hefty punishment, right? And after that, we can start to see the stock stabilize a little bit, right? And a potential divergence setting up, right? So I'm going to take advantage of this move, right? And banking on this support level holding out, okay? Banking on this support level holding out. Another reason that I like this current price level is really this, all right? If I add in a simple moving average, all right, let's put it at 50, which is a very commonly used one. Oops. Let's hit apply. All right, now, so what's happening right now is the stock is actually trading very, very near its 50-week, not the 50-day, right? The 50-week, right, moving average line. Can you see this? So now the support level that we saw at $46 and the moving average line for the weekly chart, 50 periods, 50 week, is actually coinciding together at about $46. So I like this pretty much actually. So that's what's gonna make me take a trade, okay, on WBA. Right now, but of course, I'm preparing for more downside on the stock. That's always a possibility. Okay, but I know the fundamentals of the stock. I know that the business is really simple, right? It's like running pharmacies, all right? It's like running Watsons, it's like running Guardians, right? So fundamentally, the company is sound. So here's what I'm gonna do, everyone. Okay, earnings is already over. So I'm gonna take a 45 strike over here for 17 December. All right, I'm gonna take a 45 strike for about 150 today. All right, 150. Now, so I'm going to take a typical trade size that we usually do for 3 contracts. Okay, I'm going to set up the trade. And let's see if I can get that filled. All right, now, so, oh, the prices have changed. So I could probably get 152 right now. Oh, something is wrong. WBA September. Oh, I clicked the wrong strike. Hang on. I'm giving all of you an opportunity to jump ahead of me. Oh my goodness. All right, 152. All right, I've sent an order out for 152. It's not appearing. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, I got it done. 152. It bite me. All right, bite me, everyone. All right, hang on, give me a minute. All right, so there we go. All right, so all of you can verify this. All right, WBA September 45 puts. So 3 contracts over here for 152. Right, so this is a trade. The timestamp is 44 minutes, right, which is the time on the platform clock. Right, so let's go and enter this. Right, so let's write out this trade over here. Copy, insert. Right, this makes trade number 60. Got a big 6-0. WBA. 17 September, 45 puts. Right, we're doing this on, what's the date today? 16 July. All right, how much are we collecting? 152. And how much deposits do we need for this trade? It will cost us $13,500. Now, if you're asking me why, right, it's very simple, right? $13,500, okay, to pick up 300 shares of WBA at $45. Okay, so the total cost will be $13,500. Okay, now let's calculate what's the ROI on this trade. Okay, the ROI on this trade is going to be equal to 152 divided by $45 a share. So that's 3.38 for, let's see how long. That's 63 days over here. 63 days will make it nicely 9 weeks, right? Okay, 9 weeks, everyone. So I'm going to divide this return by 9 weeks and then remultiply by 52 to annualize it. So this trade comes in nicely, all right, very close enough, right? An annualized return of 19.5%. Right, so this is a pretty good trade over here. I'm taking it. All right, it's done already and it's appearing in my accounts. All right, okay, that's it. All right, Andy. All right, you have Tupperware that's expiring today. I'll leave it to you. All right, because our official trade, as you see over here, right, says 20th of August. All right, so I'm on 20th of August. Okay, let's go. Let me quickly have a look, have a scan, and see if I want to revisit our CAH Cardinal Health. There's a little bit of room. The technicals have just turned down, so nope, not just yet. All right, how about CVS? There's some room as well. Okay, I'm going to be patient today. All right, I'm going to take in 2 positions, 2 trades. Now, let me quickly key in. Let me have a look. All right, I'll look at GSK. I'll look at TSN. All right, let's go. 2 more stocks. We'll have a look. GSK, TSN. Right, TSN looks pretty oversold over here, all right? And, you know, being a food company, it's pretty much defensive in nature. So even if the market corrects, we should do pretty fine, right? Let me quickly check out the longer term charts. We have the 50-day moving average, 50-week at about $68. Seems decent, all right? This opportunity seems decent. Let me quickly check out. Company trades at a PE ratio of 11. All right, this is pretty good. All right, I'm gonna take something. 67.50. $67.50 will put the strike somewhere here. Right, this is a decent price. All right, I'm gonna do that. $67.50. All right, I'm gonna take a trade. 17 September for TSN, right? $67.50. I'm gonna leave an order for about 130. All right, the bid and ask is a little bit wide, okay, but because I'm happy to take the stock, right? So I will try it for 130. Okay, if you're doing combination trades, then it's gonna make it a little bit more complicated, right? It'll make it a harder trade. Okay, but for portfolio puts, this will check out. Okay, so TSN. 17 September, 67.50. All right, I'm going to place an order for 3, right, at 130. Right, so my order is went in, all right, I'm at 130. It's not biting yet, but I'm in no rush to get into this trade. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. All right, I will fill all of you in the Facebook live recording, all right, the recorded session of it after that on Facebook if I got it filled, okay? All right, so for right now, it's not filled yet. It's a working order. Okay, working order. Now, so let's go ahead and work out the ROI. If I do get filled on the trade, it's gonna pay me 130, right? 130, yes. And it's a what strike was it? Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. $67.50. Right now, so 130 divided by 67.50, it'll be 1.93%. So it only pays 11% returns, okay, but for the additional safety and buffer that we get. Right, so as all of you can see over here, for this trade, we're getting a lot more safety with a 67.50 strike, okay, but that brings the returns much lower, Okay, but if we do get a bounce, okay, that means a bounce and resume uptrend, okay, I will actually be closing this trade earlier than the 9 weeks of expiry, right? So let's see if we get filled first, okay, and then we'll decide how to handle that next week. Okay, all right, now, so that's it. That's what I'm going to do on my portfolio today, right? As of right now, it is not filled. And let's just do the math. Right, which I mean, if I do get filled on both the trades, okay, my portfolio total exposure will be up to 77,000, right? 77,000, okay. But if not, okay, I will only be right now, okay, right now we got filled on the WBA trade, so I'm about half exposed, 50% in cash, right? 50% allocated to trades right now. Okay, so that's my current exposure of the entire portfolio. So once again, for those of you who are new and joining us, okay, this is a model portfolio set up right at the beginning, right? When I started these live sessions in July 2020, right? With about $100,000, okay? With about $100,000, right? So we are, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. We are at the 1 year mark. Right? By the end of July, right? We are going to be at the 1 year mark, everyone. All right. And where are we sitting? We're sitting at about 16%. Can't complain. All right. Can't complain when I'm only like doing what, 60 trades, all right, over the span of 1 year, right? Not very actively as well, but the portfolio is up by 16%. All right. It's done live together with all of you. All right. It's pretty decent. Yeah. All right. Not the best, but somewhere out there, 16%. All right. On a full cash portfolio. So can you imagine, all right, if you start getting some leverage, right, how much better the returns can be on a portfolio when you take on option selling, right? Now, so this is all I'm going to do in my portfolio. So all of you have seen the performance so far, coming up to almost the 1 year mark. Our 24-hour earnings season is going to happen next Friday. So we are closing our registrations. We are like almost full house, like 2 or 3 slots left. All right, the final 2 or 3 slots left. All right, the amazing season is going to be. All right, so I'm really excited. I hope all of you are as well. All right, but if you are interested in some of our final slots, all right, just send an email to my team, okay? All right, just send an email to my team. All right, and we are going to close the registrations on Sunday. All right, so Sunday will be the final day because it takes you about 1 week to actually open and fund a trading account right now. Okay, now, so I don't want you to, join us and not be able to trade live as well. Okay, so I want to make sure your accounts, you have enough opportunity to actually get your accounts open and funded so that you join us next Friday, okay, for the live trading. Yeah. Okay, now, so this is the email. You have it on screen over here. And okay, I will leave some time for, I have 6 minutes to go before half an hour mark. Right, so if any of you have questions, start posting them in the comments, right? And I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right. Unfortunately, in these sessions, I cannot do any personal recommendations. Right. Please, I hope you understand that. Okay. So I won't be, doing any suggestions or recommendations on your stocks and what you're trading. Okay. Now, so I'm just discussing how I pick my stocks, how I trade them, how I analyze what I pick out. Yeah. Let me do an edit. Save, and then, okay, I'll scroll it right at the bottom. All right, so all of you will be able to see the screens. Okay, all right, now Sharon. Sharon, for most tradings, apart from my portfolio itself, I use TD Ameritrade and Tastyworks. I do have accounts on both platforms, okay, but most of my trades, my bigger portfolio for trading is actually on TD Ameritrade. Yeah, okay, it's on TD Ameritrade, but I do like doing my 24-hour earnings trades on Tastyworks. Yeah. Okay. So I have both accounts for different trading purposes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, so Facebook user, all right, can I get you to click on the StreamYard link, right, so that I'll be able to know who's leaving the comments, right? If you can do that for me, that would be fantastic. That would be awesome. Right. So I know who I can target the reply to over here. All right. All right, so for platform wise, for most of my training, all right, Susan, yes, I see you. All right, okay, Susan, I see you. Don't worry, you have done it. Thank you very much. All right, now, Connie, please do not use Sexo. Right, for my style of trading, especially the 24-hour and my mentorship programs, right, Sexo is not a platform that I will go with. Okay, okay, I have nothing against the platform, I have nothing against the broker, right? But a suitable broker should be able to execute the trades that you're trying to do. Okay, and another reason is this: when you trade on a US exchange-based broker, right? Let me show you what's happening over here. Right, what you see here are what we call the market premiums, right? So these are quoted by the exchanges, right? Different exchanges are denoted by the different alphabets you see over here, right? But when you trade on platforms like Sexo, right, they are the market makers. So effectively, you are trading with them, right? They are trying to track these market prices as quickly as they can, right? But in fast-moving markets like market crashes, right, you're going to see that discrepancy, right? So I rather go with a direct market, right? Direct market access, which is Tastyworks, TD Ameritrade, or IBKR. Okay, but for simplicity, all right, I like TD Ameritrade and Tastyworks. Yeah, okay. All right, Andy, like I said, all right, our Tupperware trade expires in August. All right, so you did a July. I can't comment on your trade. All right, you know your trade better. You took it knowing exactly what's your comfort zone. All right, so you will decide if you want to continue, okay, or you want to close the position today. Yeah, okay. If you close it today, do you have a profit? All right, and then do you want to sit out? Okay, or if you're still comfortable with the trade and you want to move the expiry, you can do so as well. Okay, but remember, in my session on Friday, like what you're attending right now, okay, if the trade goes into trouble, I'm more than happy to own the stock, right? So that's my basis on how I build it over here. Okay, all right, the tape. All right, so WY Tay, you are asking just so naked puts. All right, yes. All right, Tay. All right, in these public sessions, because you are not joining any of our mentorship programs yet, right? So I want to cover the simplest, all right, safest, yet a very profitable portfolio building strategy. Right now, like all of you can see over here, we did miss a couple of sessions throughout the last almost 1 year now, right? And we did only execute like a couple of trades a week, right? And then look at them after that, not a lot of time, right? Like less than half an hour a week, plus coaching all of you together with me, right? I fired off 60 trades, right? The portfolio has made about 16%, right? But 16% is still much better than any of, the mainstream financial institutions out there. Yeah, okay, so being in control of your portfolio. I just wanted to highlight that, option selling can allow you to build better than average returns on a very, very simple philosophy. Right, so I'll allocate full cash for every position I take, right? So like the WBA trade we take, I sold 3 contracts, right? So I've allocated $13,005, which is sufficient to buy 300 shares at $45 a share. Okay, all right, Andy. There is no, like advantages or disadvantages in this session. I just want to keep things simple, right? Because many of the participants are not trained. All right, so because they're not trained, all right, so I need to make sure that they know what they're doing. Yeah, okay, so I hope you understand this. Yeah, all right, so that's why we take the actions of just accepting the stocks, right? Accepting the stocks, right, instead of doing anything else. All right. Connie, if you're asking about 24-hour over here, right, the minimum capital that we have students trading the 24-hour system, right, starts from $1,000 US. Right, so anything more than $1,000 US is already a bonus. Yeah, okay, so I like, anybody who's considering joining our mentorship programs, I always say this, right? Start with what you have allocated, right? Start with what you have allocated for trading and investment purposes. That's always something good to begin with, right? Never over leverage yourself, because a lot of my trading systems are meant to last for a lifetime, which means once you learn it well, you can replicate it over a long time and make all the money that you want, right? So you don't have to do it right on the onset. Okay. Now, Sharon, I just saw your question. That's a good question over here, right? So Sharon, Malaysians are unable to access the TD platform. Actually, you can, but you need to use a VPN. So it's like accessing Google in China, right? You need a VPN. So TD Ameritrade on Malaysia network, you will need to access it via VPN. Right, so my suggestion is go with Tastyworks then. All right, you won't have to go through these problems. All right, start off with Tastyworks. Chiwi, Mumu. All right, so I don't know how to do this. Okay, Mumu, and what Mumu, Tiger, or all these fancy names over here. They're just new brokerages. But if you want to trade the naked puts, you can. Right, but if you want to trade my mentorship systems, you can't. Right, you can't. Right, there are limitations on their platform. So the answer is no. Right, yes for Friday public sessions, right, and portfolio puts, but no for my mentorship strategies. Okay. All right, we are at the half an hour mark over here. So once again, thank you very much for joining me yet again for another week. Right, if you could hit the share button and share out this live session before you leave, that would be really, really awesome. Right, from all of you. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing all of you again next week. All right. Oh, next week I won't be able to do it. Sorry, everyone. Next week I have the 24-hour onboarding coaching session. All right. So I want to thank you very much. Andy, that's a good note. All right. So anyone trading on TD Ameritrade, this is a good note over here. I didn't know this. All right. That's awesome. All right. So of course, if you know how to do it, yeah. So next Friday, we'll have to skip a week over here, everyone. We'll be back on the 30th. All right. The final week of July. All right, so next Friday, I have a mentorship session on Friday, so I won't be able to make the usual time slot. Apologies for that. Okay, so I will see all of you in 2 weeks from now. All right, thank you very much. See all of you. And those of you who are joining 24-hour, I'll see you next Friday. All right, thank you very much. And good night and good weekend, everyone. All right, if you want to make the cutoff to dine out in Singapore before it kicks in, do it over the weekend. But stay safe, okay? Bye-bye, everyone.